Hello and welcome to another week's edition of The Waller Show. Another cracking week last week, almost as many winners as days in the week. Starting off with My Giuliano last Wednesday.
Good win, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Philip's in a rich vein of form.
He is, yeah. A few of our owners are at the moment, getting a good roll along, which is great to see. And it's not just a lot of winners, a lot of placings as well, with probably a few too many seconds, which could have easily been wins, a few unlucky rides, but we're not complaining. It's been a tremendous start to the season.
Yeah, absolutely. Then we had Invincibella also on Wednesday.
Yeah, she got the job
Breaking
done.
through, yeah.
Listed or group place filly from Queensland, breaking a maiden status against the Colts was good to see. So she'll run in a listed race again next Saturday, the Regional Elland at a home track of Rosehill, and hopefully she can make it back-to-back wins.
Okay, and moving swiftly on to Antonio Giuseppe.
Yes, started
Hot favourite.
Started a good day for the Mulo family. And he just beat the stablemate, 4 Carat. Mr. Lai was
tough.
Mr. Lai was over from China, or from Macau he lives, and had a good day out, but 3 seconds,
I know.
including the Group 1 Golden Rose second place getter and Ome Sword. But he's been a very successful owner for the stable, and I'm sure those seconds will soon turn into wins.
Absolutely. Then we had McIntosh.
Yeah, Joe Moreira at his very best, as we saw on McCreary as well. Yeah, McIntosh beating the unlucky counter-attack, who just ran into a dead end at the wrong time. He'll keep. The Sir Rupert Clarke Group 1 race is on the menu for counter-attack next, that elusive Group 1 for him. Hopefully, by getting beaten the other day, maybe he saves himself a kilo and could be the winning result next start. Normally works out evenly, but he certainly had no luck counter-attack.
No. And then on McCreary, absolutely flew home.
Yeah, wasn't that a gem of a ride from Joe? Put him in the box seat from gate 8 or 9, got him to switch off, stepping up to 2,000 metres for the first time, and just set him alight at the 400 metre mark. And we see it on TV, and I don't think people really appreciate the use of good jockeys until you actually get to use them, and we get to use them week in, week out, and Joe really is quite an exceptional talent.
It sure is. And Invincibella, wrapping up the day in the last.
Certainly was strong, again beating the stablemate, another 3 Quinellas on the day.
Yeah.
But his owners haven't had much luck, and as we say, things come and go, but hopefully they're in for a good purple patch of form, and that horse certainly looks like he will be, in a great ride from James McDonald.
Absolutely. Righto, we'll go straight into Friday. We'll just cover the cup. We've got Secret Master, Hugh Bowman.
Yeah, well, he ran second in the Wyong Cup last start, the extra 100 metres, plus hopefully we get a better track in terms of surface in the Newcastle Cup. It was just a bit heavy for him the other day, he couldn't quicken. Also the circumference, albeit the inner track at Newcastle, should suit him a lot better. And obviously Janoob's there as well, keeping him honest, slowly creeping down in the weights. So he's in there with a chance. Jordan a bit awkward, but Brenton Abdullah seems to suit him. He's a bit relaxed. Brenton's a jockey that can really fire them up in the mid stages of a race, and hopefully that's what Janoob's looking for. Obviously the Cameron handicaps there as well. Sadler's Lake, Vanbrugh, and Torgerson.
Yep.
Is it Torgerson? Sadler's Lake and Vanbrugh anyway are in there. Just those two, I think. And we're just waiting on the weather with those. They're also entered for the Saturday meeting, which we'll cover shortly.
Okay, straight into Saturday then. We're busy in the second race. We've got 6. We've got Torgerson. It's in 3. Give him some guidance.
Yeah, well, his run last start was terrific. Rory Hutchings has been entrusted with the ride again after finishing off so well last start. The mile will suit. Torgerson's also in the Bill Ritchie, but that would see him racing out of his grade, so I'm favouring this race. We thought he might have been a lightweight Epsom chance, but I think it's going to come up a bit too quick. I think he'll struggle to get a run, and we'll be racing out of his handicap. If we can get him firing, which is close to happening, I think a race like the Emirates Mile on Derby Day might be more suitable than the Epsom.
Okay, then we've got Murphy's Delight resuming.
Yeah, there's a few there resuming. Murphy's Delight, Loving Home, Hipparchus, all 3 are in the same boat. they've all done good jobs last preparation.
Just a
Winning
stepping
many
stone.
races, stepping stone up in distance. Hipparchus is the sharpest of those three. He is capable of winning a mile fresh, but you'd think the fitter horses would have a slight edge. But certainly 3 to 5 through the spring in the second tier races. And then obviously Magicus, he's come up from the Melbourne stable, had no luck down there. He's got barrier 12 with Hugh Bowman aboard, and what's the other one, Charles?
Thunder Down Under, Brenton.
Yeah, we've seen better work from him over the past week on the better tracks, as we've seen with a lot of horses. It's great to get some fine weather. The tracks really improve quickly, and the horses are thriving. So
Due to have a thunderstorm this afternoon, but
Yeah.
blue skies at the moment.
yeah, well, hopefully it doesn't come, but in the next few weeks you'll see racing on good tracks. And last Saturday was a credit to the Australian Turf Club, but mainly the Rose Hill staff, who do a fantastic job week in, week out, 52 weeks of the year in fact, on providing a tremendous surface. I would say Rose Hill's the best of the 4 tracks at the moment, so they should take a bow.
Okay, then straight into the T-Rose.
T
Fox
Rose.
Play.
Well, wasn't she an impressive winner last start?
Absolute hosed her.
There's not much of her. She's just a small filly with a big heart.
Yeah.
And she certainly showed that last start. She looks to get a lovely run from gate 4 with Hugh Bowman again in the saddle. In a similar field with a few extras in there, she'll be the one to beat.
And Suzanne going for 3 in a row with Craig Williams in the saddle.
Beat the Colts in her maiden 2 starts ago, and then beat the older mares last start. Admittedly, much weaker races, but she's beaten the boys, beaten the older mares, shows that she's at least winning, and I think she can take this step. She can be in the finish for sure. Needs a touch of luck from gate 8. Awoke, just got to put a line through her run last start.
100%.
Yeah,
She's much better than that. She worked very well on the course proper.
Who'd she
this
work
week.
with?
Fox Play.
And did they go to the line together?
Yep.
Well, there you go. There's nothing wrong with her.
They're every bit as good as each other.
I think she might have just panicked in that first up run. Awkward gate, bit of pressure,
Wet track.
wet track. Hopefully it's soft 6 at worst on Saturday. I think you can see a big improvement from her, because we can't fold her, and we have got some idea.
Yep. Vague idea. Righto, then straight into the Hill Stakes. We've got Preferment.
Preferment is stepping up to 2,000 metres in a race that he won last year at his second up run. So we're following a similar path to last year. He will be competitive. The better the track, the better his chances. I doubt he could beat Hartnell on a softer, heavy track. On a better track, he's one of the best horses in the country, as he showed last year. He's got a BMW next to his name, a Turnbull next to his name, Hill Stakes, and an Australian Cup. There's not many horses that can boast that record. So he's Australia's probably best 2,000 metre horse, winks aside. Week in, week out, he turns up, providing the tracks are good. So that's what we're going to be cautious on Saturday.
Okay, Who Shot the Bomb? Stepping up in trip.
Yeah, good run as it was with most of those stays not resuming, but second up last start as he was. The 2000 will suit him a lot better. He's another one that's actually shown better work on a better track this week. I think a soft track won't do him any harm. Extra 400 metres will suit.
Crown Marshall, same sort of boat.
Exactly the same. He did beat home Who Shot the Barman last start. Ran a terrific race. 2,000 metres suits better. Track conditions. Drawn the outside, I think. He'll go back and get home strongly, as will Who Shot the Barman.
Okay, and Storm the Stars, massive improvement.
Much
Change in tactics last time.
Yeah, not so much change in tactics, but I just think a better, like a more switched on horse. We rode him forward in the Ranvet and it didn't fire, but on Saturday he wanted to be there and he showed a bit of fight, didn't he? He just got collared late for second, and certainly a much better run. 2,000 metres will also suit him, as will a soft track. So it's going to be hard for them to turn the tables on Hartnell, but I think you'll see some encouraging run coming from our horses.
Okay, then straight into the George Main, Group 1.
Spirit Jim, resuming. He's an underestimated horse, this horse. He's one to follow. The mile's probably a touch short. but he'll get through the soft conditions. He won't run last.
Okay, Vanbrugh, any indication?
We need a good track for him. Probably a slight leaning towards going to Newcastle. But if the track's wet at Newcastle when he needs to run, well, obviously he'll run Saturday. He couldn't beat Winks. He needs to improve on his first up run, but the mile will suit him much better.
Than the 1350, yep. Okay, and Winks?
She's going terrific, Charlie. I couldn't be any happier with her. She's having 4 weeks between runs, but what you've got to remember, she was ready to race 2 weeks ago. We elected to pull her out because of the heavy track. Since then, she's had a couple of good solid gallops.
A trial.
A trial, and a nice breeze up the straight this morning, Wednesday morning. So she's fit, she's ready to go.
Can't falter.
Can't fault her. They have to improve to beat her.
Yeah, simple as that. Righto, then into the shorts, we've got Japonisme.
Disappointing first up, but that was that day at Randwick. It was really hard to weigh up the form. It was an improving heavy track, but they were making heavy work of it, especially with 60 kilos like him. First up, over 1,000 metres, probably just out of his comfort range. So I'm willing to put a line through it. We've seen no negative effects from his training over the past 2 weeks since that run. He's a class horse. He's got 58, not 60. It's only 3 kilos to the bottom weighted horse, 55. I'd be disappointed if he couldn't finish in the first 3.
Yep, that's fair. Righto, into the Bill Ritchie. We've got Sadler's Lake. Absolutely
disappointing last start too. Second up, just didn't fire.
And his trials were good.
Yeah, first up run was excellent. So gate 12, we'll just go back and just give him a chance to finish off. Hard to see him turning it around and winning, but he should run better.
Yep, and then Lady Lafayette.
She's come back well. She'll be one to follow through the prep once they get up to a mile and further. I doubt she could threaten the better horses here, but shouldn't be underestimated.
And Saritza, she was awkward last start.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say last start.
No, yeah, there was no pace. She was back. She got a bit fired up. Made the run a bit too early because of that. We've got a tongue tie on her?
Yes.
Yeah, so slight gear change there. She's better than that. If she runs, she'd be hard to beat. Gate 2, who rides? Tom Berry.
And Torgerson.
Torgerson?
Most unlikely of the 3 races he's in?
Yeah, I would say so. Charlie probably run in either the
2
mile
races, right?
with the bigger weight.
Yeah.
If he runs here, he's well out of his grade. With a light weight, a rough chance, you would say.
Okay. That's all, folks. Let's try again for our first Group 1 of the season, hey?
Yeah. First one wasn't too bad, was it?
No. We only had to get one better. Righto, that'll do, folks. Have a lovely weekend.